Drum roll. So let's talk about what happened. Okay, let's talk about what the fuck happened, right? So, Tekken decided to, at one of their last events, I believe it was the Tokyo Masters event. I'm a Tekken fan. I love Tekken. I play it sometimes, and I do watch all the tournaments. I like Tekken. Tekken decided that it was a good idea to finally come out with frame data in-game in training mode, and also some sort of training where it allows you to learn how to punish correctly. This is great. This is great. Yo, Titanfall Princess, thank you so much for subscribing again. I appreciate it. Much love. The only issue with it is that it costs money. Now, it doesn't cost a whole bunch of money. It only costs $4, right? $4 is not that much money. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. It's $4. Who cares, right? But, and there's so many things that I want to talk about here because, I think that in a way it's kind of bullshit because of the way that Tekken players are, writing the whole situation off at this point. They're kind of acting like it's okay. But in a way, if you think about it, for example, look at DOA. DOA has an in-game tutorial to teach you 50% of the things that you need to, maybe even more than that, 50% or more of the things that you need to be able to use to know in order to play the game. It teaches you, Stagger Escape is going, it teaches you how to hold, it teaches you how to throw punish, it teaches you how to do everything. There is a tutorial in the game, an in-depth tutorial with someone said it took them over an hour to complete it. It's in-depth, okay? Literally, it's there. And DOA has had training like that since DOA 5. It was in there as well. I believe there was a tutorial. No, there wasn't a tutorial in DOA 5. The frame data was in DOA 5. We'll go back to that. So, DOA 6 has an extensive tutorial in case you guys didn't know. And also, DOA 6 frame data is built into the game. Now, let's go back a little bit. DOA 6 has had frame data built into the game since Dead or Alive Dimensions. There was a tutorial in DOA 5? Okay. Since DOA Dimensions, okay, there has been frame data in the game. Dimensions was a 3DS game. A 3DS game, and it came out on the Nintendo 3DS in 2011. And there's been frame data built into the game since then. Okay? Right? And I've heard from multiple people that play multiple games that DOA has not only the best tutorial that they've played in a fighting game, or one of the best rather, because other games have it, I believe NRS games have it. But the frame data being built into the game as a competitor, that's huge. That's humongous. So apparently Harada, the Tekken guy, has always said, well, we don't want frame data in the game because we want people to work for it. We want people to work for pretty much, we want them to grind and work their ass off. I get it. Okay, I get that. That is fine. It's perfectly fine. Tekken is a legacy game. If you've noticed, the motherfuckers that have been playing Tekken are still playing Tekken. It's a game where you've been playing for years, and it's all your experience transfers over, and you learn the new shit. DOA is like that in a way, but Tekken is very much a legacy fighter. So, if you knew, it's there's so many things that's gonna go into this, and it's there's so much to talk about. But for example, I play a little Tekken here and there. You guys know I'll stream it once in a while. And you guys know I'm not that great at it. I get a little bit. I know about the strike punishment. I know about the throw breaks. I get the game, the movement, the backdash, and I get it. I understand Tekken. I'm not that great at it. One of my biggest issues, and you guys know me as a DOA guy. You guys know me as the guy who always came up with a bunch of tech in DOA 5 and DOA 4, whatever tech. Very frame savvy. I'm very familiar with all the frame data in DOA. I think that the fact that Tekken up until now never had their frame data built in game is bullshit. I personally believe that. Now, I come from DOA, okay? I came from DOA, and I always played a little Tekken on the side, but I never wanted to get good at it until recently. And when I tried to pick it up the first time back in 2017 to try to learn it, I was getting frustrated because there was constantly moves that were fucking me up that I didn't understand. Now, in Tekken, they do have where you can set it so that the character recovers, and the character's blue while they're active, and then when they're not blue anymore, they're recovered. That's pretty cool, but it's still bullshit because what if something's +1 or +2? How the fuck can I know if that's +1 or +2 or -1, -2? The window is too small. It wasn't a great feature in my opinion. So I'm literally getting fucked up, and for example, I felt like a Yoshimitsu. Guys, how many characters are in Tekken? Over 30. I'm pretty sure there's over 35 characters in Tekken. I, as a DOA player that understands frame data, that knows how to learn matchups and knows how to grind, I have to go into training and grind, but I have my frame data there. And again, you know, if you guys don't know what frame data is and why it's so important, frame data is pretty much the properties of each move. Like if something is going to be safe on block or punishable on block, whatever it is. There's 40 characters in Tekken. So you mean to tell me it was okay for, now look at it, guys. Now, back in the day, that's fine. Tekken is an arcade-based game. Back in the day, that was fine for you to want people to work for. But we're talking about in 2019, okay? 2000, now, didn't Tekken Tag 2 have a tutorial? It did, but it was nowhere near as in-depth as it should have been for a game as hard as Tekken, okay? Let's face it, guys. Tekken is the hardest fighting game to play right now. You know, Street Fighter's hard, whatever, but it's a 2D fighter. You don't have to sidestep, none of that shit. Tekken, you have to have execution to play. You have to be able to move. You have to be able to throw break. It's the hardest fighting game out there. I'm going to say it. Tekken is not a fucking easy game. I will give every Tekken creator, Tekken player respect in the fact that if you're good at Tekken, you will get my utmost respect because I know how difficult the game is. With that said, because the game is so hot right now, we'll call it like it is. Tekken is the hottest fighting game in the world right now. It's doing everything right. It gets great DLC, great support from the developers. But what if all my DOA guys wanted to come and play Tekken? All my DOA guys that understand frame data, all the MK guys wanted to come. They, you know, again, if you guys didn't know, MK has built-in frame data into the game. And they've always had that in NetherRealm games as far as I'm concerned. Soul Calibur, I don't believe it does, but you know, that might be, that's a whole different topic. We're not talking about Soul Calibur. But either way, games have their frame data built in. But Tekken is hard as fuck. Okay? It's difficult to learn. There's so many things that you have to learn. Why not give us something, okay, so that we can at least get our foot in the door? There's nothing about Tekken that offers you any kind of incentive for you to really want to learn it except for the fact that the game is sick. There's no frame data in the game, bro. And that's a big problem, like me trying to get into Tekken. I have to understand, like, first of all, I have to know what move I'm looking at. Like, if I fight a Yoshi and he does this fucked up move, I have to go to training, go through every one of his moves, and figure out what move was fucking me up. Then I have to download an app on my phone or go on a website just to figure out the properties of it. How is that acceptable? It's not. It's 100% not acceptable for me personally. As a person that wants to get into Tekken, it's not acceptable. Now, the biggest thing that I'm seeing on Twitter right now is people that are defending this shit, but the main people that are defending it are people that understand and have been playing Tekken for years. Like, there's this one guy, I'm not saying any names, but the dude literally tried to come at me and saying, oh, we didn't complain about it, we didn't ask for frame data. Yeah, motherfucker, because you've been playing the game for 10 plus years. Why would you need frame data? I'm trying to learn it. Why would you need frame data when you get the game already? You already know how the game works. Shit that's been unsafe has always been unsafe. It's gonna be unsafe. And if it's not, you can figure it out. I'm jumping into a game brand new. We're not the same. You get it, but seriously though, like don't try to throw shade at me and say, oh, well, we didn't ask for it. It's for you guys. Like, but wait a minute, like, you've been playing this game. That's like me as a DOA player saying, oh, well, you know, they don't need to put frame data in the game because I've been playing this game since 2000. That's not fucking fair. That's bullshit. You know what I mean? So I think that's a bullshit argument. So we're gonna go ahead. So finally, we're gonna get to it. We're gonna show you guys a tweet. So again, to talk about it, their Tekken is finally, after all of these years, deciding to come out with their frame data built into the game, and it's locked behind a paywall, from what I'm understanding. Now, granted, it's only $4. It's not about the price. It's about the fact that you're going to charge people. It don't matter if it's 99 cents, 50 cents. You're going to lock behind a paywall something that can help people get into the game, right? And also something that can help people understand the game even better. Like, for example, the fact that you want to charge me to come in and try to learn your game is bullshit. Like, it's not acceptable. And people's arguments on Twitter was, oh, well, you can charge for costumes and DOA and it's okay. Like, no. First of all, costumes are a luxury. If I want my Kasumi to look good, that's a luxury. I should have to pay for that. But I want to learn the fucking mechanics of the game, which I'm only going to be able to do by understanding the frame data. You're going to charge me for that? Dude, let's get this straight. Let's get this shit straight right now. That frame data is not the same as costumes. Okay, costumes are a luxury. If you want your character to look good, you're going to pay for it, period. Okay? But Tekken trying to charge for frame data is bullshit. It's 100% bullshit. I think it's bullshit. So yeah, all you guys out there talking shit, saying, oh, well, you know, DOA, your season passes are $80. What comes in the season pass? Luxury items. Luxury fucking items. You can buy. Now, look, they're never going to come out with a character in this day and age for free They're never going to give you a free fucking character. And if they do, it's going to be really rare. But in a fighting game, Tekken is not going to come out with fucking Julia or whatever and not charge for her. That's not how companies and businesses work, okay? So they're going to charge you for Julia, right? That's all well and good. If they're going to put her in the season pass, that's all well and good. You're going to pay for that, okay? Just like if it would include costume items. Now, don't get me wrong. Our season passes are fucking pricey. They're very expensive to the point where I won't even buy them shits, okay? But the point is, your season passes are full of luxury items. That's what a season pass is. Spend your money on luxury items if you desire to have that. But you're going to make me spend money on some shit that should have been included in a tutorial. It's fucking bullshit. You know what I mean? That's essentially like, now hold on a second. I made an argument. I said, but wait a minute. If it was the other way around, could you guys imagine if as much shit as DOA gets just for being DOA, okay? Could you guys imagine if DOA charged for their frame data? Oh, these guys not only charge for costumes and they charge $80 season passes, they want to charge for frame data. I'm definitely not going to learn this game. That's the last thing that DOA would need is to charge for their frame data. The world would literally crumble, bro. The world would fucking tilt over if DOA tried to do it. But because of almighty Tekken, Tekken is the almighty god fighting game in the world. It's okay for them to do it and think that people are not going to say anything. Like I saw Michael Murray and all these guys on Twitter trying to defend it. I'm like, bro, it's not... No, you're not going to get that off. And dude, I've even seen top Tekken guys on Twitter that I follow think it's bullshit. Literally, most of the people that I know in the Tekken community don't agree with it. So don't get me wrong, like, I'm not the only one who's pissed off about it as someone who wants to learn Tekken and get into it. But don't come at our game when we're charging for luxury items that you don't need to buy to play the game. You don't need to buy Kasumi's fucking swimsuit costume to learn her combos and to learn frame data. You can do it for free because that's how it should be. That frame data is a part of learning your fucking game. How are you going to charge people for that? But DOA, on the other hand, you want to talk about them charging for costumes that you don't have to buy. It's not the same. So, here we go. So remember, guys, they're charging for their frame data. So, this is what's outraging people. DOA, right? Team Ninja, more respectively, put up a tweet, okay? And they said, fighters, don't forget that Dead or Alive 6 has several useful tools in training mode, like move details that show frame data, in all caps. So guys, I gotta let you know, when I saw the frame data in all caps, I knew that they were about to throw shade. Because the best part about this is that we can throw this shade because it's true. This is not a lie. This is all fucking true. It's free. It's in the game for you to use to become a better player, to give you the competitive edge. Those costumes ain't free because we don't give a fuck how you look. But you gotta be able to play the game at a certain level if you want to be good. And it's all free for you to get to that level. So, frame data. This feature is absolutely free, and it is also included free, all caps, free, in DOA 6 core fighters. So check this out. You guys want to hear some funny shit? DOA has a free-to-play version, just like 5 did, called Dead or Alive 6 core fighters. It comes with 4 characters, and you buy your characters accordingly, whoever you want. If you just so happen to like Diego, he's free when you buy the game, which means you get Diego, a version of the game with all the stages that you need, plus all of his frame data built in to learn for free at your disposal. Whereas Tekken, on the other hand, I'm going to spend money, $20-something for the game to buy it on sale, whatever it is. The game is hard as fuck. There's no tutorial to teach me shit. There's no tutorial to teach me how to do anything in that game. And you're not going to give me the frame data? Come on, man. And look, guys, I don't want to make it sound like I'm shitting on Tekken, because I'm not. You guys have been in my streams. I love Tekken. I think Tekken's a great game. I've been playing it a long time for fun. And you guys know I stream it from time to time. I watch all the Tekken tournaments. I'm cool with little mods, and I'm cool with Tekken players, okay? But this practice that they're doing is fucking bullshit, and I'm sorry. So, that was the tweet. So, you guys want to go into the... So, all right, ready? Here we go. Bam. We're going to... Now, ready. We're going to... Now, look. Ready? This is what they did. They showed... You see that little thing right there, guys? That little box? That's all the frame data that you need to become a top-level player. Okay? That you need in order to do that. So, it shows you the first numbers you're going to see there. Startup, 14 frames or whatever move he's doing. 4 active frames. 5 recovery frames. Then advantage. You see, whatever it was +0 on hit. All the advantage, all the data that you need to understand what the fuck these moves are doing to you in the game. Like, for example, right? Bam. Let's just say you're fighting a Hinoka in rank match, and she hits you with some bullshit. All you have to do is go to training, pick Hinoka, figure out what move it is, and the data is right there. You don't have to get on your phone. You don't have to download something onto your phone and take up space for a fucking fighting game that you're playing that you already paid for. Okay? You don't have to do any of that. In MK, you don't have to do any of that. But I gotta download an app and take up space on my phone because you motherfuckers wouldn't put the data in the game. And now you want to do it all of a sudden and charge people for it. Come on, man. Here we go. So let's look at some of these comments. So guys, we're gonna call it like it is. This shade was, this tweet was made by Team Ninja to be shady in every single sense of the word. This was not a coincidence. They did this to throw shade, but it's valid fucking shade. When people throw shade in this bullshit, that's one thing. That's you being petty. This isn't being petty. This is 100% facts. And check this out. I know you guys have seen it. As a commentator for years, I've seen it. As a competitor for years, I've seen it. When you go into a DOA stream, and I almost want to show you guys to prove it. When you go into a DOA stream for a tournament, what do you see? Wins Tekken. Who the fuck will play this game over Tekken? This game sucks. This fucking game is ugly. These animations suck. All Tekken players shitting on our game. But it's crazy because I have never in my fucking career as a fighting game player seen DOA players in a Tekken stream shitting on the game. So what does that mean? That gives us a valid reason for us to go on Twitter and throw shade when we can. Because all the time I see Tekken players shitting on our game in our chat, in our streams on YouTube. But I have never, ever, ever once been in a Tekken tournament stream and said, oh, DOA's better. This game sucks. Because DOA players generally like Tekken. But Tekken fans, for some reason, can't just give the game respect as a fighting game. Okay? So all of that shit that Tekken players talk about us coming out with these season passes that you don't need to buy in the first place, your people are making it so that you have to pay for frame data. Let that shit sink in. You gotta pay for something to help you get better at the game. You don't have to pay for something that's gonna make your character look cute, okay? That's your fucking choice. So, with that said, again, here we go. I'm gonna read some of these comments here. Let's see. I want to find some fucked up comments here. Here we go. There was one good one. Hold on. Here we go. I like both games, but DOA should have never tried to shade at Tekken, period. Like, how? How can you consider that an L? When literally Tekken players, for the most part, agree with this tweet. I've seen multiple people agree with this fucking tweet. There's no way that you're going to get me to believe that this is an L. I'm sorry. Because it's 100% fact. There's no L involved in this. As a fighting game that always gets the short end of the stick and gets shitted on, we have to defend ourselves. So if you want to talk shit about our $80 season passes that you don't need to buy, we're going to talk shit about your frame data that you're fucking charging people for the hardest fighting game on the planet. Okay? And so Rip, I don't know if you guys know Rip, but Rip is a main commentator for Tekken. You know, I actually wanted to play DOA. I tried when you guys added the VF characters. Jackie's comments on DOA were way funnier than they were in VF. But the online play was so garbage that I couldn't even play the game for free. Guys, I want to go back to Tekken Tag 2. Because if you want to say DOA 5's online was bad, I don't know if you guys remember Tekken Tag 2's online, but that shit was fucking horrible. Okay? So don't throw shade at DOA 5's online when Tekken Tag 2 had one of the most horrible onlines that I've ever seen in my life. Moving on. Here we go. Seriously, Tag 2's online was garbage, bro. The online was not even, no, that shit was bad. Period. I remember it. So here we go. So we're gonna go into the here we go. So this is just sad. DOA just sad. Your game came out without lobbies, but season pass with costumes is ready to go. You sell same characters people bought in 5, same costumes, still no cool male characters, and all care about a sex appeal. Just shut up. So, I want to talk about this tweet. Now, do I agree with the fact that DOA 6 had a terrible launch? 100%. DOA 6 had a terrible launch. There were no lobbies. The game felt incomplete, and it's just now getting around to the point where the game feels like a complete game. So, I agree with some of the stuff here. The lobbies didn't come out, I get it, but a season pass was ready to go with costumes. 100%, I agree with that. But nowhere in here do I see, oh, by the way, you're charging us for something that's going to help us get better at this game. I don't see that in that tweet anywhere. The only thing that you can do is throw shade at the state of our game. Somebody put up a tweet talking about, oh, there's only 90-something people playing your game when Tekken has 1,300. Okay, obviously Tekken is the bigger game. Obviously Tekken is way more popular. Obviously people think Tekken is the better game. That's why they're on it. Whatever the case may be. Even though that may just be a fact of opinion. But, again, you will never see in a tweet on this page, oh, well, you're charging people for tutorial mode. Costumes costing money that you don't need, or a tutorial that can help you get better at the game. I think that it's a little more important, but this one costs required money, and this one is just if you really want to do it. So here we go. Yeah. Moving on from that. Again, guys, I'm a little sick, so sorry for my little noises here. And of course, I had to throw my 2 cents in there. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Another tweet that got 80 likes, 100 likes, that still is saying the same shit that the guy up there just said. Look who's talking. The guys who censored their fighters hoping the game would do better and ended up shooting themselves in the foot, but tried to fix that by making people pay $80 for DLC packs. What do our DLC packs have to do with Tekken charging money for frame data that I need to become a better player? I'm not even going to keep saying it because I'm beating a dead horse at this point. These tweets are stupid. Because, okay. Do I agree with Team Ninja's business practices? 100% no. Their season passes shouldn't cost that much money. There should be better content than season passes. I give them that. But the whole point of this tweet, guys, was to point out that there is not a mechanic in our game that is cut off from the players. What you need to be a good player in this game is free. It is handed to you. Okay? Handed to you. But you want me to pay money to learn some shit that's unsafe on block? And this is what people's rebuttal was. Oh, well, you can just download Tekken Chicken. Is Namco Bandai also going to send me an extra phone with free space on it for me to download an app? Because I shouldn't have to put that on my cell phone to become a better player. This is my phone. This is what I call people on. I shouldn't have to download an app to learn frame data. It should be in your fucking game. Okay? So, let's see if we got anything else here. Let's see if we got some more shade that was trying to be thrown here that has nothing to do with the fucking tweet itself. And again, guys, it's not about how much it costs. It can cost 25 cents. 25 cents. It's the fact that something that helped me become a better player is locked behind a paywall. Bro, I don't care if it was a penny. They wouldn't get a penny from me. It's the principle. It's the fucking principle. Let's see here. Okay, $200 season pass. First of all, and this is the bullshit. When has a season pass ever... Exactly. Look, this dude he gets it. My man, he fucking gets it. Finally, someone who makes some... Let me like this shit. Okay, $200 season pass. That doesn't have anything to do with anything. That doesn't have anything you need to do to play the game competitively. Exactly. It doesn't have anything in the season pass that you need to play the game competitively. That's what I'm talking about. And there has never been a $200 season pass, bro. This is literally Tekken players not... You know what they're trying to do, guys? Hold on. I got to walk around the room real quick, and I'm going to bring back to you what they're holding right now in case you don't know. Hold on. They don't want to hold this L. And it's unfortunate because... No, and look, guys, I don't think that a DOA tweet has ever been this popular. But the entirety of the Tekken community is on this tweet. And I'm going to call it like it is, guys. As a guy who dabbles in Tekken, you guys took an L on this post. I'm sorry. All you Tekken guys on here took an L. Oh, and this is another uneducated fucking tweet. How you throwing shade and barely throwing tournaments or been at Evo? Barely throwing tournaments. We had a world championship. Now, don't get me wrong. Our numbers were not that great. But we had a world championship that had almost the same... Hold on a second. Let's go back a little bit. Do you guys remember when DOA 6 World Championship got announced and we had a $90,000 World Tour and Tekken's World Tour had... I don't even remember, but I think it was half of that. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, the Tekken World Tour got an extra amount of money added to it out of nowhere. Do you guys remember that? Because I'm pretty sure I remember that. But either way. So, and barely throwing tournaments, bro. You know how many majors we've had this year? We were at TFC. We were at ECT. We were at KIT. We were at CEO. Okay? We were at Summer Jam. And we're going to be at other tournaments. What are you talking about, bro? Let's see what else this dude is saying. Mr. Fly'em Skeleton. I mean, what majors do they have? I don't know. Most of them? Thank you. DOA had, and I don't even know this guy. DOA has a 10 plus majors and a 90K total in prizes, bro. And again, another comment that has nothing to do with in-game mechanics, bro. This is what I'm talking about, man. When people, I've noticed this, guys, in my life, and I'm a police officer, right? So I've seen people take some big L's in my day. This is what happens when people don't want to take L's. Oh, fuck this, I'm not losing. $80 season pass. Evo. Oh. What does that got to do with anything, bro? Not a fucking thing. That has nothing to do with shit. Look, ready? So this dude took an L right here. I love it. I love it. My man, the Mayor NT. You took an L, Mayor NT. He said, hold up. Let me screenshot this $92 season pass, which is ridiculous. It costs too fucking much. We get it. But what does my boy say? Is any of that frame data? No. Sit down. Sit your ass down. Take the L and sit down. That's what I'm talking about. Take that L, bruv. We're gonna go back. Let's find one more person that took an L here. Let's see here. And it's like this shit right here. Bro, there has never been a time where Dead or Alive, or at least in the recent years, where Dead or Alive has been more popular than Tekken. I'm not going to sit here and sugarcoat it. We got to call it like it is. Tekken is not only... Hold on a second. Because if you're going to compare Tekken to DOA, you have to compare Tekken to every other fighting game right now. For example, at Summer Jam this year, or I'm sorry, at TFC, Tekken was the only game with enough entrants that could run a team tournament. DOA, Mortal Kombat, Soul Calibur, none of those games had enough entrants. So if you're going to come at DOA, come at every single fighting game that's not doing as well as your game. Bro, there is no fighting game on Twitch that has more viewers than Tekken. And let's call it like it is. 717, that's not shit. They're pointing out this 717 like that's a big number. Bro, Tekken in the midst of things is the biggest fighting game right now, right? But compared to the rest of the gaming world, that isn't shit. You know how far you have to scroll down to find Tekken on the list compared to shooting games and stuff? Like, bro, we're all struggling, and this is my fucking issue. Bro, we're all struggling as a fighting game community. You think 717 is a good number? Go look at how many viewers League of Legends has right now. Go look at how many viewers fucking Apex Legends has. 717 is not shit. That's nothing to be proud of. Okay, you got more than DOA, but bro, the fighting games in general are not fucking popular at all. Somebody go try to find me Virtual Fighter on Twitch. You know how many they got? 0. Fucking 0. Somebody go find me Soul Calibur on Twitch. As a matter of fact, let's do a little instrument, hold on. Let's do a little experiment real quick. How much you want to bet that Soul Calibur does not have over 200 viewers right now? As a matter of fact, no, I can't even do that because there's a tournament going on right now. But we're not going to count their tournament. I want to talk about casual players. No restreams, not their tournament. Tournaments don't count. Wait, what the hell? Why is this under Soul Calibur? Okay, bam, check this out. We can't count Spook because there's a tournament. 32 viewers, 14, 5, 5. I'm not that good at math, but my calculations, that's less. Less than 100, less than 50, I think. No, that's less than 60 viewers that they have right now. Less than 75 viewers they have. So is Soul Calibur going to get shit on for having less than 70 viewers compared to Tekken 717? Because I highly doubt that's going to happen. People like shitting on DOA because it's DOA. But in reality, no other game is doing as well as Tekken. And Tekken still ain't doing shit, bro. Like, we can't count a tournament. A tournament doesn't count. We're not going to count the tournament. Let's go look at Mortal Kombat. Okay, so Mortal Kombat doing a little better than as a matter of fact, I think Mortal Kombat has 651 right now with no tournament. So how much does Tekken have? Tekken has about 800. So pretty much Mortal Kombat and Tekken are going neck and neck right now. But we're not even talking about like 2D fighters. We're talking about fighting games as a whole and then also 3D fighters as well. Like, guys, 3D fighters are not anywhere near as popular as 2D fighters. Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat. They're always going to be the most popular games out there. But Tekken obviously right now has a spotlight. But as a whole, 3D fighters have always not been as popular as 2D fighters. It's just the way it's been. Like, for example, when you guys think of fighting games, I want you to tell me what game you think of. Keep it 100. When I think of fighting games, the first thing that comes to mind is Street Fighter. Any old head from back in the day is gonna know Street Fighter. Street Fighter is the go-to game when you think of fighting games. Dragon Ball Z, I don't think of Dragon Ball Z, bro. The reason why I don't think of Dragon Ball Z is because Dragon Ball Z was not always a fighting game. Street Fighter has been around for years. Street Fighter will always be the pinnacle, okay, of fighting games. No matter what, no matter how well Tekken's doing for the time being, Street Fighter will always be the pinnacle of fighting games. It's fucking Street Fighter. I don't think of King of Fighters. Matter of fact, let's look at King of Fighters right now. Let's see how well King of Fighters is doing on Twitch right now. 19 viewers. 19. King of Fighters has 19. But I don't hear anyone shitting on King of Fighters for having 19 viewers. But you guys think it's okay to put up a tweet that we have 38. But King of Fighters having 19. They're not getting shit on. Okay? Bullshit, man. It's bullshit. You guys get my point. I'm pretty much done reading this because you guys get my point. At the end of the day, okay, Tekken community didn't want to take the L because of the fact that their company, Namco Bandai, is charging $4 for their frame data in order for people to get better at the game. I will not be purchasing that because I want to learn Tekken so bad. But because of the fact that you don't care enough about me trying to learn your game to give not just me, but any other newcomer. Now, there was an argument made. Oh, well, as a newcomer, you shouldn't be worried about frame data. You should be learning, trying to learn the game, period. Okay, that's an okay argument. But the issue with that argument is that most people that pick up Tekken, what's their background? They're fighting game players. Me, I'm a DOA player. I obviously have experience with fighting games, which means I know what frame data is. Most players that I know that are getting into Tekken play other fighting games or have played other fighting games, so they're familiar with what frame data is. I guarantee you there is not one player on Tekken right now that is not at the average level, and maybe even below average, that understands what frame data is and how to apply it in the game. Because Tekken's hard. To get to even a mid-level in Tekken, guys, it takes a long time to become like a mid-level Tekken player. So with that said, any top-level Mortal Kombat guy to go to Tekken, what's he looking for? Oh, well, I want to know what this king move is on block. I want to know how fast my fastest normal is. I can't figure that shit out without downloading an app on my phone, which from my knowledge is not even available on iPhone. Let me go check that out real quick. Because from my knowledge, Tekken Chicken is no longer on iPhone. Okay, so it's back. Tekken Chicken is back on iPhone. It wasn't on there for some time, and I don't know why, but there was a period, a time where I couldn't get Tekken Chicken when I got back into the game. But either way, you guys get it. You guys understood my rant. Don't come for DOA charging $80 for season passes, something that is full of a bunch of luxury shit, especially when the only reason why you need to buy a season pass is for exclusive costumes to that season pass, which is another luxury. I don't own them, but will I buy Rachel if she comes out? Yes, because I'm a tournament player and I want to learn the character. Just like if Julia comes out and you don't buy the season pass, you're going to want to buy Julia to learn the character. But there is nowhere in my season pass or anywhere where DOA is going to come out with something that you're going to need to pay for to become a better player. And the fact that people are trying to justify that is fucking bullshit. And you know why they're trying to justify it? Because they want to shit on DOA at every chance they get, and you guys took a fucking L, and it is what it is. Again, I'm not a Tekken hater, guys. I love Tekken. I play Tekken. It's a great game. But I'm never going to get better at it because I'm not downloading fucking Tekken Chicken. And I want to be able to just get my frame data in the game. I shouldn't have to download an app on my computer and run it in the background to be able to have the frame data, or a mod, whatever the fuck it is. It's bullshit. So, with that said, that's my take on the whole thing. I hope you guys have enjoyed this. Exactly. You don't need to buy you can buy the characters separately. You don't need to buy them a part of the season pass. Buy the characters separately. Now, if DOA tried some bullshit and tried to make it so that characters are exclusive to season passes, then that would be some bullshit. But you will never fucking see that. So with that said, guys, I'm done for the night. I got to get up. I have 2 videos to put up. But, guys, I hope you've enjoyed this stream and this discussion. I have 2 videos to upload to YouTube. This one and the update that came out with, I covered that. But if you guys love DOA and if you love Tekken as well, feel free to follow my stream because I stream both games. And it's been a pleasure streaming and talking about this topic and for you guys. But that is going to do it for the night. I'm not going to play any matches.